Bedtime battles often start before bedtime even begins. A child suddenly needs water, one more story, one more hug, or just one more minute of something. Parents feel exhausted, time runs late, and what should be a calm ending to the day turns into frustration, arguing, or yelling. Many parents believe bedtime battles mean their child is being difficult or refusing to cooperate. In reality, bedtime resistance is usually a signal, not a choice to misbehave. Bedtime is one of the hardest transitions for children because it involves separation, loss of control, and a sudden stop to stimulation. For young children, sleep means separating from parents. For older children, bedtime means giving up autonomy and preferred activities. When the brain is tired but overstimulated, emotional regulation drops, making resistance more likely. For ages 3 to 5, bedtime battles often come from separation anxiety, fear of missing out, or difficulty calming the body. For ages 6 to 8, resistance often comes from overstimulation, screen use, or lack of clear routines. For ages 9 to 10, bedtime battles may involve negotiation, pushing limits, or testing independence. At all ages, bedtime resistance is developmentally normal when structure is weak or inconsistent. Bedtime battles trigger parents because they are already tired. Parents feel pressure to finish the day, clean up, or rest. When a child resists, parents often react emotionally, trying to force cooperation quickly. This urgency unintentionally turns bedtime into a power struggle, increasing resistance instead of calming it. The most common mistake is trying to reason or negotiate with a tired child. A child's brain at bedtime is not ready for logic or discussion. Explaining rules repeatedly, adding consequences in the moment, or arguing about fairness activates the child's stress response. Once stress rises, sleep becomes harder, not easier. Bedtime battles usually come from one or more of these issues: inconsistent routines, late or unpredictable bedtimes, overstimulation before bed, or lack of clear expectations. Children resist when they don't know exactly what comes next, or when bedtime feels sudden and imposed. Stopping bedtime battles does not require stricter discipline. It requires shifting bedtime from a command to a predictable sequence. When bedtime is routine-driven instead of parent-driven, resistance decreases. Children cooperate more when bedtime feels expected rather than forced. Bedtime success begins at least 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. Lower lights, reduce noise, and remove screens well before bedtime. A child's body needs time to slow down. Expecting immediate sleep after stimulation sets everyone up for conflict. A bedtime routine should be short, predictable, and the same every night. For example, bathroom, pajamas, story, lights out. The routine itself becomes the authority, not the parent. When children know what comes next, they stop trying to delay it. Expectations should be stated calmly and earlier in the evening, not during conflict. Let children know what time bedtime starts, what the routine includes, and what happens after lights out. Clear expectations reduce negotiation and last-minute surprises. When resistance happens, stay calm and use fewer words. Repeating instructions or raising your voice increases stimulation. Instead, guide the child back to the routine with quiet consistency. Calm presence works better than emotional intensity. Children often ask for extra things because they are seeking connection or reassurance. Decide ahead of time what is included in bedtime and what is not. Acknowledge feelings without changing the routine. Consistency teaches security, not punishment. Bedtime battles decrease when children get enough daytime activity, emotional connection, and predictable schedules. A child who feels connected during the day is less likely to resist separation at night. Occasional bedtime resistance is normal. However, if a child shows extreme anxiety, frequent night wakings, intense fear, or chronic exhaustion, it may be time to talk with a pediatrician or child specialist. Sleep struggles can sometimes signal emotional or developmental needs. Bedtime is not about control. It is about helping a child feel safe enough to rest. When parents stop trying to win bedtime and focus on predictability and calm leadership, resistance loses its purpose. Bedtime battles do not mean your child is difficult. They mean your child needs clearer structure and calmer transitions. When bedtime becomes predictable and emotionally safe, cooperation improves, and evenings become easier for everyone. Better parents start with better understanding.